Well, good afternoon, folks. This is a quick video about Seafoam again. If anybody's watched my channel recently, you'll have seen me obsessing over this Diversion 600. And I use Seafoam in the carbs, as I did a video, my most recent video, or penultimate video. And was so amazed by it that I followed the instructions that Seafoam say, and you can put it into your crankcase oil to, basically give your engine a bit of a clean inside, if it's got any deposits or whatever. So you put 30 ml per litre of engine oil. So the Diversion's got 2.2 litres, so it's about 65 ml of Seafoam available on eBay, and I've got a picture of it coming up next. And I thought, if it's anything like as good in the oil as it is in the carburetors, which is still, amazing, I still can't get over it, it's worth giving it a go. So what I did was I put 65 ml in, ran it for 80 miles, and came back and changed the engine oil and the filter. Which is what you're supposed to do. But prior to actually changing the engine oil, I took a sample of it, as you'll see later on in this video. I took a sample of the oil that was already in the engine pre-Seafoam, and I put a 2 ml depth in a glass container. That is Seafoam in there, not to be confused with gin or vodka. So basically what you do is you remove your crankcase oil filler plug. Now my bike had got a bit of space above the oil level, so you don't really need to take oil out to put 60 ml in. And I used a 60 ml syringe, as you can see here. There's that syringe, and basically squirted 60 ml of it in, plus a bit extra, the extra to make up the 5 ml. So that's straight into the crankcase. And then I took it out, like I say, and they say anywhere between 50 and 100 miles. Now the bikes, when I first got the bike running after 5 years of just sitting outside being neglected and looking very sad, I put oil in it, got it running, did about, I ran it for about an hour and then drained the oil out, as a flushing oil, and then I put oil in again, and that's what I've drained out today. So I bought 2 litres of 1040 semi-synthetic. I've always changed the oil on my motorbikes anywhere between 2,000 and 3,000 miles maximum. My theory on that is that oil is cheap, really, and engines aren't. So you can't really go wrong. So I use stuff like that, 1040 Motul. There's a new oil filter, £8.49 on eBay, which makes me ask the question, why is it that Royal Enfield filters, which are about the same size and, same principle, why are they for sale at 20 quid? When you can get one of those at £8.50. You can get them for less if you look carefully. Now, these pictures now show oil in the container, same lighting, same white table. So that is brand new oil. It's about 2 ml, so it's the same depth. Brand new oil straight out of one of the containers that you've just seen. And then the next picture shows the engine oil pre-Seafoam. So this next picture now is the oil that was in the engine, and I took a small sample out using the syringe you've seen and a little pipe, So that is the same depth, about 2 ml of oil. I didn't want to fill it really high because it's a bit deceptive in terms of colour, I think. So that is the oil that came out of the bike. Then I put the Seafoam in, 65 ml, ran it for 80 very cold miles. I did 43 miles last night and it was freezing. So I did the rest of it today. Now this next picture shows after Seafoam. So I think, I would say it's darker. Now, bearing in mind the engine's already had That's its second lot of oil. Obviously it had the flushing oil I mentioned. So here's the pics again, and then later on in this little video there's a picture of all three next to each other. So there's brand new oil, and as I say, the bike's already had, this is its second lot of oil now. Third lot of oil today, when I put the new in, but it's already had, you know, 2 lots of oil. So that's brand new oil, just to reiterate there, and this is the oil that came out of it before the Seafoam. You know, it's not done a huge mileage. I think with engine oil, nothing seems to stop it going dark, does it? But anyway, here's the next picture. This is after the Seafoam. I would say that's darker. Bearing in mind that's only a couple of mil deep. I dare say if it was a full glass, I don't know if it would be more noticeable. But here are the 3 next to each other. Look. So on the left you've got your new oil. Middle you've got the pre-Seafoam. Right hand side you've got post-Seafoam. I would say it's darker. What do you think? I would say it's definitely darker, and it's the same lighting, same depth, you know, same camera, phone, you know, iPad. And here's a close-up of pre and post Seafoam. There's definitely a colour difference, which can only mean contaminants, I suppose, you know, filth. I dare say it might be more pronounced on other engines that maybe haven't had recent, you know, 2 recent oil changes, really. So there it is. Let me know what you think. I think it's worth doing. I think that's. I'm glad I've done that. So there it is, Seafoam. I've had 2 of these. So I used 65 mil out of the container there, which is 475 mil, and I poured the rest in the fuel tank. Just for good measure, because you can do that and use it as a petrol treatment. So I think I'm going to use it on both my Pan-European and my Yamaha in the fuel regularly, actually. 10 mil per litre. Just give it a bit of a clean out. So there it is. Let me know what you think. I've just had a message from blooming Every Couriers. Yeah, I was expecting my bits for this amazing project I've mentioned before to be arriving today, and it says out for delivery, and then, oh no, it's been delayed. Yeah, right. So I've got 2 lots of stuff for this project that's coming up, and it's been delayed, so I can't do that today. But very soon I'll be doing it. 2 more projects for the Yamaha, one of which will apply equally to the Interceptor and the GT. So in the meantime, take care, let me know what you think, and I'll post again very soon. Bye for now.